Player comparisons, Dillon Jones addition, Weber State wing who could do it all. He was super productive in college. Scorer, passer, rebounder, defender, big body. This guy can guard multiple positions. The question is how much of that will translate, not just up to the NBA level, but up a level at all. He played at Weber State. So, going to be a big jump for him. We both have a best and a worst case player comparison, and then we're going to try and convince the other person to take our comp as the better comp. You can start us off. What's the best case player comp for Dillon Jones?
In my best case player comp, am I allowed to put the caveat that he finds Ozempic?
Sure.
Okay. Let's just say he gets on an NBA weight program. I think the best case scenario for Dillon Jones is Josh Hart from Villanova. Josh Hart is a guy that, obviously he's more of a cult hero right now with the Knicks, and he has some crazy playoff games playing like 38 minutes a game and, putting up double doubles and things like that and knocking down 3-point shots. I don't think necessarily he'll be as good maybe as Josh Hart, but I think Josh Hart is his ceiling. Like Josh Hart was a guy that during the regular season, he actually averaged like 9 and 9 as like this small forward tweener, just do it all type guy. I could see Dillon Jones being in that mold in that role.
I could see it. It's just Josh Hart moves so well. That's the hard part for
That's where
me.
the
Like
Ozempic comes in.
a lot of Ozempic needed. I went with another Dylan. I went with Dylan Brooks. So Dylan Brooks in college to me was a guy that did everything very similarly to Dylan Jones. Like you go back in his best year at Oregon, he was kind of the featured player and he had a really, really good season that totaled 16 points a game, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. That's like a watered down version of what Dillon Jones did at Weber State. I think Dillon Brooks might have put up very similar numbers if he played at Weber State. Then he got to the NBA and he had to learn how to be a role player because Dillon Brooks is not ever going to be the guy that you feature. Even if Dillon Brooks thinks he's supposed to be the guy that you feature, he kind of had to jump around landing spots. But ultimately, if Dillon Brooks is in your rotation, you feel good. He gives you some toughness. He can give you some scoring. The smaller his role, the better your team is. But I think that's sort of the path forward for Dillon Jones.
I really like that. And it's a good shout for Dylan Brooks from college because people do forget what he was at Oregon. Damn it. I felt really good about Josh Hart coming into this one. And I hate when you come with good facts like that because I don't want to disagree with you every time. But I do like that Dylan Brooks shout. So maybe I can get the worst case player scenario on here.
What's the
My
worst?
worst case is a burly tweener who just never really worked out, was productive at the college level, hit one of the biggest shots in college basketball history for Villanova. I went with Chris Jenkins.
Um, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I think I mean, wasn't Chris Jenkins just a little more of like a pick and pop shooter and that's it?
Yeah, but I feel like that was a little bit Villanova driven. Like I think like you put Chris Jenkins on Weber State, he looks like Dillon Jones actually.
I don't hate that. My problem is I think I like mine better, but I'm going to let you get the ultimate call here. You got to be
Okay.
honest though.
All right.
Jumbo king-sized wing that did a lot of different things in college and everyone's like he can do a lot of things. Maybe he's worth a shot in the NBA. Toughness, intangibles. And then he gets to the NBA, it's just not good enough. Admiral Schofield.
Oh, that's a good one.
Jumbo wing with guard skills that it's like, he's a winner. He can do everything. And then he gets to the league, he can't do anything. He's not good enough at anything in the league.
Okay. The reason I want to win this, that's good. That's good by you. But the reason I want to win this is because Admiral Schofield is chiseled from the gods.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's a
He's
good
not burly.
point.
He's not big body. He's not heavy set. Chris Jenkins is.
You are right. I'm gonna give you that.
Come on.
Also, what's up with you pulling Villanova guys for Dillon Jones? You do that on purpose?
No, I did not whatsoever. Completely.
I don't know how to
Yeah.
feel about that. Watch the other 74 videos we have in this series leading up to the NBA draft. Thanks for watching. The NBA draft is coming up, and I've got something awesome for you. We are partnering with the people at NBA 2K Lab. NBA 2K is the best video game on earth. The people at 2K Lab are making some awesome stuff to make that game even more fun, and they just launched their 2024 NBA Draft Simulator, where you can find the official Sleepers Media big board. We ranked our top 75 players in this draft class. Me, Carter, Brian Ralph, Riley Davis. We did it together, and it is featured on the 2K Lab NBA Draft Simulator. You can take control of any team in the draft, play GM with just one click, and see our entire rankings before these videos even come out. Check out the link in the description of this video to try out the draft sim for yourself, and you can find more mini games at nba2klab.com/NBA-mini-games.